very quickly, on last episode 5, we called The Proposal. Joanne and I had gotten a nice hotel at a place called the Coron Westtown Resort. We were not disappointed for a little over $100 a night, maybe $120 a night. We had all the amenities we wanted, the courtyard, the pool. It was amazing. The next morning we got up, we rented scooters, we took off together, we got us a map, we figured out that we wanted to go along the coastline, the total amazing coastline of the entire island all the way up. And I would recommend that for anybody because the things that you can see along the way, the sights, the scenery, the coastline, all the water and the various artifacts was absolutely breathtaking. We encountered this amazing wharf here. We walked all the way out on the end of it there. We checked out marine life. There was fish all over. But after that, we decided to go off-road and we got off the main track. We went back in the woods about an hour until I come across this old bridge and the scenery. It was perfect for the proposal. I knew I'd found the spot. Secluded. I hid the camera here so that she wouldn't see it. I carefully then called her down to the edge of the creek, and the magic was about to happen. I went down on one knee. I think at this point she knew what was going to happen. I ask if you will please consider marrying me.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
What?
So after that rather huge moment, I marked this area with my GPS so we could find it again. But initially, we had left the main road here at New Busawanga. We had gotten in about an hour, and that's about the area that I proposed to her there. After which we proceeded forward, not backwards, and just to see where this goes. And I almost turned back. It's like another hour, hour and a half. But I decided to push forward a little bit further and see where this took us. And lo and behold, we popped back out on the main road. It was perfect. We didn't even have to backtrack. It was just like, oh, what a relief. I know where we're at now, back on the main trail. So here at this point is where we start episode 6, the next adventure. Yeah. So somehow in our travels, we have wandered across this large river. And this young boy lives here, but he doesn't know the name of the river. But it's a nice river. And it's good size too. And over here is a special river boat they use to travel up and down the rivers with.
River cruise? Okay, river cruise. Rental.
And the captain is taking a nap. Looks like they had an earthquake here. These little guys right here.
Hi.
Hello! Smile for the camera.
Smile!
So we popped out on the main drag here just as school was letting out, and I'm looking at all these kids, and I thought they were middle school students, but Joanne said no, these are actually high school kids. I'm like, okay, a little difference in size from the United States, but hey, they're smart kids. So after a long day riding on the scooter, and the fact that we were newly engaged, we decided to treat ourselves to this Japanese restaurant we came across right there and on route. And we went inside there and they had us sit down and they brought all this cuisine out uncooked. So the deal was we add the cuisine into a boiling pot that had sauces and all kinds of marinated sauces in there. And then we cook it up and prepare our own dish according to how we want to. And it turned out really nice. We were feasting like a king and a queen with all the different sauces. And it was a great dinner. So Joanne wasted no time with her creative cooking skills, grabbing the food out of there and placing it into the boiling pot exactly how she wanted. And in the end, it was absolutely one of the best dinners I could have ever had. And it was for our first engagement dinner together. I'm so pleased. Day of scooter riding up the coastline, sightseeing, getting engaged, fine dining. We finally made it back to our room. Boy, we were tired, but so ready to relax and enjoy the amenities.
Open up, shut it down like a Macintosh. Open up, open, cold as ice and Coca-Cola.
And we have some delicious omelets in process at this time. Being stirred up. A little bit of seasoning for the finished product.
Open up, you OPN. Bitch, you won't BBM. We should be closer than friends. If you OPN and take the high road and hop in.
Getting ready to board the taxi, going back to the airport to head back to Manila. So here we are on our way out to the plane, leaving Coron and on our way to Manila. on the corner of Resort Drive and Newport Boulevard. And I believe that's the Marriott. So it turns out this is covered parking for commuters coming into the city for work, and they're on their scooters and they're looking for a nice dry place that's safe, that's got security, that they can park their scooters in while they're at work, and there's millions of them in there. It's unbelievable. So the next morning we got up and decided to head into some other parts of Manila and explore around the area, including the famous Spanish fortress called Fort Santiago. I was really excited to see that. But before we got there, we came across this tricycle, pedal-powered tricycle. And, you know, I'm all about supporting the local economy, even on the lower ends of transportation. I know he needed the money. I wanted the experience. We piled in and he's pedaled away with his strong legs. And it was good for all of us. He needed the money and I enjoyed the experience of it. So before we left the mall, we decided to swing into Fresh Air Salon and go on in there for something special for Joanne, and she really appreciated it. We hooked her up with basically a makeover. It was hair and makeup and eyeliner and things like that. They had 2, sometimes 3 girls working on her for 45 minutes or whatever, but I couldn't believe it was only $20, which was about 1,000 pesos for 3 people working on her for 45 minutes. But we were both really happy with the end result. She was a happy camper and was looking good and ready to hit the town. Here we are continuing our tour of Fort Santiago in Manila, Philippines. There's some cannons and some munitions left over from the Spanish occupation. Reads Spanish Canon 1875, recovered May 18th, 1966 by the Underwater Operations Unit in Cebu.
There.
You're not going to believe this.
What is
I
that?
just found something really cool. If I can pull it out of here. I just found an old Spanish sword. Oh my God. This thing is cool. In the old Spanish garrison. I think this belongs to Canada.